Please welcome Earl Skakel.
Is that the theme song from What's Happening?
Yep.
Oh, fuck, that's crazy. You know, I watched every episode of What's Happening like 100 times, and then I saw an episode yesterday, actually, and it took me this long to figure out Roger's glasses had no lenses in them. Alright, nothing off like starting off your set with a What's Happening joke after an eating pussy joke by Omar. I took a shot. I went for it. I don't care. I don't need this gig tonight. I'm opening up a Walmart tomorrow with Screech and Temecula. I know what I'm doing. You guys think OJ ever watched Dexter and thought, well, that's how I should have done it? I'm a really good person. I just adopted a dog from Michael Vick's kennel. A lot of the dogs were savable. They went to rehab. My dog, little Lois, was 12 and 3, lost her last 3 fights. I'm just kidding. Lois was 28-0. I don't adopt losers. I had a commercial audition today for toilet paper. My first question is, why do they have a commercial for toilet paper? It's a pretty self-explanatory product. Not really a lot of guesswork is the end game for toilet paper. So I walked into the audition a little apprehensive. And I'm like, well, how's this work? He's like, sit on the chair, act like you're going to the bathroom, and read the instructions on the side of the Charmin. I had no idea there were instructions on the side of toilet paper. And I'll be a son of a bitch if there are instructions on the side of toilet paper. And they say, for best results, wipe front to back. Who the hell's wiping side to side? I know the host was mentioning Jenna Jameson. You know, she had twins a couple of years ago. Those two must have felt like they were on a water park ride. Born in St. John's in Santa Monica, landed at Cedars. Alright guys, I made $78 last year doing comedy. I know what I'm doing up here. And that was after taxes. One of the gigs paid me $75. The rest of the year was a little rough for me. I had an audition once for the television show Sons of Anarchy. It was my favorite show. And they had a little bit of everything, you know, for guys and girls, so both sexes could watch it together. And I got a call one day from my agent and said, Earl, Kurt Sutter, the creator of Sons of Anarchy, wrote a part specifically for you for the final episode. And I got so excited because I knew a lot of people would watch it. And they decided, you know, it was at the peak, and they said, we're going to end one of the few shows that ended at its peak. So people still talk about it in a favorable way. And I'm like, well, what's the part? He's like, well, he didn't tell me. Just get down to his office right now. He wants to meet with you personally. It's pretty exciting for me because that's my favorite show. So I run down to his production office. The secretary says, Mr. Skakel, Mr. Sutter's in there waiting for you. I open up the door. There's 2 people in the room. Kurt Sutter, the creator of Sons of Anarchy, and Billy Brown, the only black actor on the show, who's built like a refrigerator with a head on it. And so I was a little nervous when I saw him there. And they're like, Earl, come on in. We saw your audition reel. We thought you'd be perfect for the part. I'm like, Mr. Sutter, no one told me what the part is for. What is it? He's like, white supremacist number 9. Which is a real bummer that after 15 years of acting, my audition reel screams white supremacist number 9. And they're like, well, Earl, we got a couple questions to ask you. And that's about 5 p.m., which is if there are any actors in the room, you know that's the worst time to audition for a show. because they've seen everything. They just want to go home. They're like, question number 1, would you shave your head? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'm in my 40s. If it's not gone by now, it'll grow back. They even say if you shave your head, it grows back thicker. So I'm like, yeah, no problem, man. Question number 2, would you get tattoos? I'm like, well, they're not permanent, are they? He's like, no, they're henna tattoos. They'll take about 6 hours to put on. They'll last about a month. And they'll say some really racially insensitive things. And I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. And they both look at each other and go, Jesus, no one's gotten past this question today. And they're like, all right, Earl, you're the first guy who gets this question today. You know what role you're auditioning for, so we got to know the answer to this question. Are you comfortable saying the N-word on camera? And I'm like, and get paid? Because I've been saying that for free my whole life, Mr. Sutter. And they both kind of laughed and they looked at me and said, all right, Earl, it's not that we believe someone who looks like you wouldn't say that word, but I got to hear you say that word right now. Because I once did a skydiving movie where the lead actor said he wasn't afraid of heights. First day of shooting, he wouldn't go on the mountain because he was afraid of heights. Now I'm not going to say that word. It's the worst word in the English language and has no place in society. So I'm going to replace it with a slightly less offensive word like Armenians. And I'd like to thank everyone in the room right now for this free kick in the nuts you're giving me. You guys seem like a hip crowd. Am I the only one in here who thinks Jared from Subway was set up by Quiznos? I mean, Quiznos be trying everything, man. Still didn't work for him. And it's like, well, Subway, you got $5 footlongs? Guess what? We have $4 footlongs. Hey, Subway, you don't toast your sandwiches? Guess what? We toast our sandwiches. Still losing to Subway. So you know someone took a big poster board of Jared in the Quiznos boardroom and said, hey, put some porn on this guy's computer. It's believable. I love how Subway had this fake story for Jared. Said he was 425 pounds, ate their shitty sandwiches, and then dropped 250 pounds. And now he was 190 the rest of his life. Turns out he was always 190. He just had 3 kids with him on the scale. Listen, that's not the worst joke you've heard on this stage tonight. That's a weird applause break coming on. I almost don't want to see who's clapping on that joke. I was watching, I'm a big sports fan. I love football, hockey. You know. I love hockey because it's the only sport left for middle-sized white people. And, oh, you laugh now, but you look at an NBA highlight film from 1950, what you see? Shaq dunking, Kobe dribbling. No, you saw a 5'6" Jewish guy named Bob Cousy shooting a set shot with his balls hanging out of his shorts. And church bells going on down there. You know, there's over 70 black players in the NHL right now, but nobody's noticed because they have white names. Names like George Laraque, Donald Brashear, Fred. I mean, white people are going to get really scared when Shaquille Olakawande shows up to the rink. Then what sports would we have left? And someone will come up to me after the show and be like, Earl, don't worry about it. You guys will always have NASCAR. It's like, first off, what's with the you guys comment? It's not like I'm the head of the Aryan Brotherhood. Second off, NASCAR is not really a sport. I mean, that's an activity you can do in the parking lot of a Walmart. And they're like, you got us on NASCAR, Earl, but you guys will always have golf. And it's like, excuse me? Did you see who won almost every tournament the last 12 years? And he was pretty fucking busy off the course. That's how good he was. Imagine if you're the #2 golfer on this planet. I think his name's Phil Mickelson. You're sweating your ass off for 22 hours out of the day on the driving range, fine-tuning your swing to the most minute detail. And Tiger was at the titty bar for 22 hours out of the day, fine-tuning his swing for 22 hours. And he was still winning by 10 strokes. All right, Earl, you got us on NASCAR, you got us on golf, but you guys will always have women's tennis. It's like, have you seen the Williams brothers play? I was actually watching the Williams sisters play a match the other day, and it was a big deal because it was the first time they'd gotten to the finals of a tournament and then had to play against each other. Now, I've gone to a lot of bad music concerts over the last 20 years, and my hearing's real bad, so I went to turn up the television so I could hear the sound. And it turns out I was actually watching Alien vs. Predator. And I really don't want to admit this in public, but I was in the Rob Schneider movie Benchwarmers in 2006. As you can, it's the same group that was laughing at the Jared from Subway pedophilia joke. Not sure what I'm supposed to make of that, but in that movie I was the character Porta Potty Guy, and you'd think it can't be any worse than being called Porta Potty Guy in a Rob Schneider film. But it can, because I just found out today I got cast as gay cop number 4 in a new Steven Seagal movie, so. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for making one comic's decision to quit comedy pretty easy. No, I wanted to go out on top tonight. You guys have been an awesome crowd, and you guys have made me feel like the guy going on second to last in a gangbang movie. I'm just happy to be in the movie, guys. Thank you guys very much.